Alright everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video with Fat Phil, and today we've got our 27-day free-to-play account update. Got a lot of stuff to show you guys, and hopefully by the title card I got you in here just to show you what Squad Arena looks like already for this account. I mean, it's crazy. We're going to dive into what I'm farming, what my Squad Arena looks like. We've also unlocked ships, so we'll be looking at Fleet Arena, giving you guys some advice from there, and then at the very end of the video, if you want to stick around, watch a few Galactic War nodes, go ahead, do that. For now, like, subscribe, comment, and of course, let's give a shout out to the channel members for continuing to put their faith in me to bring them good content. If you're ever interested in joining, that link is down below, along with a link to the Discord server. And the Discord server, let's be honest, that's the more important place. There's so much good conversation, advice being shared there. So thank you guys again, continuing to support me through the good, the bad, and the days where I don't get to upload. So thank you guys. Let's get into the video. Let's talk about it. So let's start with what we're doing right now. So we are working our way through the Phoenix. We just finished Chopper 2 7-star. We've got a 7-star Zeb, Kanan, Ezra, and a Cad Bane at 7-star. So we've farmed our first two characters out of the Galactic War store already. 27 days in, Galactic War 2 characters done. We also have a 4-star Captain Rex and a almost 4-star Hera Syndulla. You may be wondering why that is. That's because we are refreshing Captain Rex's node in an attempt to at least keep pace with Hera. Because Hera is a double drop character right now, I'm not refreshing her, figuring that if I refresh Rex's node, they'll kind of be at the same time, and that's what I want to do, is kind of keep these two together. So we're spending those 25 crystals a day, and I think it is worth it because Captain Rex is a great character, and this is going to be a team that we're going to take for a very long time, right? This actually, in my mind, kind of takes the place of what Imperial Troopers used to be. Like, you'd build up the Phoenix, and then you kind of build up your Troopers, and your Troopers would be the longer-term team. That's what the Phoenix is for me right now. They're going to be a team that we're going to rely on very heavily for a very, 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 very long time. Other stuff we are continuing to farm in the journey guide. I've got the Beskar Mermando journey up. Just farming these characters. I just want to get them 7-star. We've got to get them done. And I think it's the best to start right now, where I can make a head start on these guys before I get to things like the Houndstooth and Xanadu Blood, where I can't quite farm them yet. So making that progress. We're also farming Queel, which just so happens to share a node with TIE Bomber, so we're making progress on the TIE Bomber as well. Again, it's slow. Ships is very, very slow, but we're still moving our way through there. Other hard nodes we are farming is Iden Versio. I've got a little squad here where it kind of shows you, like, in the Cantina, we're getting through TIE Pilot, Galactic War Store. Cantina will move to Boba Fett now, because we're going to want to get him done, get his ship ready. We're farming Grandma Tarkin, and I told you guys this was a misplay. I should have been done with Grandma Tarkin now, and then moving to Leia. So I corrected that. Grandma Tarkin 6-star. We'll get him to 7-star, try to make the Executrix a little bit better. And then I call these guys my priority nodes. These are the nodes that they're not necessary really for the journey guide of rushing Executor, but they're priority for me because of what's on them. So obviously Captain Rex and Hera being very important, but really Iden is also really important because of the Vulture Droid. And we'll talk about why. You know, I've got some videos to kind of explain why that Vulture Droid and Iden are really, really important in this game, but very, very good stuff going on there. Then of course our journey guide nodes. So we've got Queel, Piet, we almost get him unlocked. Cara Dune is making progress. And then we've got the IG-11 Grief Karga node, and, Mando himself. And, of course, we're farming Inquisitors, right? No, just kidding. This is where IG-2000 is, so starting to make a little bit of progress there. Just doing what we can, trying to get, again, any head start I can get before getting to the Houndstooth is solid. So from a ship perspective, we are starting to, getting ships now. We can get to the Razor Crest. So we'll start making sure that we can farm those shards, start getting a head start there. We're going to work on the Phantom and the Ghost here. And then, of course, we've got the Vulture Droid, the TIE Fighter. And then I have now Geonosian Soldier's ship. And the reason is because with the Executrix at 3-star, I get 2 reinforcement slots. So our starting fleet right now being TIE Fighter, Ghost, Phantom, with Vulture Droid and Geonosian Soldier as my reinforcements. We want to prioritize our dark side ships because that's where the Zeta Mats are, so we want to prioritize Executrix as much as we can. So 3-star Executrix, super, super good there. Other things that have really been going well for us is Bronzium data cards. these are very important early game to drop you character shards, and even like the little bit of gear can help, but more so than anything, when you get character shards, like even like the 5s, like we'll take that. But when you get some of those like 80 and 50 shard drops of certain characters, like I got an 80 drop of Mace Windu the other day. That's huge. Like that just saves me time in the Squad Arena store, right? That you're making that progress without having to worry about farming him yet. So that's been really big. Squad Arena, we're in the top 1,000, and you can kind of see that some accounts are newer, right? That they're free to play, if you will. I don't know that for sure, but you call them free to play because they're not Hyperdrive bundle. And then you've got some where you can tell they've just gone the Hyperdrive bundle route, which kind of leads me to this dude here with Bo-Katan Mandalore. Like, what the heck, right? This guy, I mean, this guy's in my fleet chart, in my Squad Arena star. Not only is it Bo-Katan Mandalore, he's got General, or he's got Leia Organa too. Like, and he's Executor ready. Like, it's crazy that this account is in my Squad Arena. I could not believe it. And, I mean, this is obviously not this person's first account. Because, like, they're investing in Datacrons, right? Like, you're investing in Datacrons. You know what you're doing, right? This guy knows what they're doing. It's just so crazy to me that, like, they're this far into the game already. I mean, they've had to have spent a pretty penny. Let's be perfectly honest here. That you don't do this. With how long this shard has been around, this is impossible to do free to play. I'm sorry. Not that I'm knocking that he spent money, like good on him, like that's what we love to see. Like look like there you go, there's evidence. The stat is 7-star. I mean, obviously that, like, this is kind of an issue I would say that exists in the early parts of the game here, is that it's not so much that I have a problem with this person doing this, because I think it's great for the game, it's generating revenue, but this is not this person's first account, right? There's no way that somebody who just would start the game up would do this without having prior knowledge, particularly on the Datacron side, or they're getting a lot of help from people. But my guess is that this is not somebody's first account. So you have somebody on an alt spending this kind of money, and they're going up against players who very realistically could just have started Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and that is something that does bother me. Like, for me, I could care less, right? Like, I'm used to stuff like this. Like, that's just the way the game works. But imagine that you're, I don't know, this guy, for example. I mean, and this is probably not even his first account because he's going for Captain Rex. But that, imagine you're some of these players where the first time you're playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and you see somebody with this. Like, that's just so demoralizing. So yeah, I mean, that is absolutely crazy to see in Squad Arena. And a lot of the, like, Squad Arena, you can tell, bought the Lightspeed bundle for, like, the Beskar Mando one. Because when I joined about midway through January. So, you know, you can tell that, like, there's some players who really know what they're doing. This guy here going for Executor from the looks of it, based on where the relics are. I would assume anybody with relics here has spent some money, at least on the Hyperdrive bundle, if not more than that. Only because this shard, there's no way this shard has been around for that long. I can't envision this shard being around for super, super long. Because if you look, even at, like, this guy here going for Profundity, there's, the rest of the Phoenix crew is not relic, which means that you think this shard had to have at least started on January 2nd after all those Lightspeed bundles went away. So outside of the Beskar Mando one, which stuck around for a while. So very curious to kind of see how Squad Arena continues to evolve and what other ridiculousness happens there. From a Fleet Arena perspective, we're sitting in the top 200 finally. And you can tell that there's some, like this guy here. Like, I don't know how old this shard is, but there's no way that this account is sitting, you know, in 185th with those ships. Like, that doesn't happen. But you can tell at the top level, there's definitely some pretty good players here. Got a lot of really good resources and stuff. So, nobody with crazy things here yet. Like, none of those Lightspeed bundles for the Radis. So that is nice, but it'll be very curious to see how quickly players get what our first Executor is in here. So we'll keep an eye on that, because like, this fleet shard did just kind of start, but again, you got all those guys with the Hyperdrive bundles with really good ships, and that just jump starts them into a place where, you know, obviously as a free-to-play, you can't really get yet. And that's okay, right? You're spending the money, you deserve that advantage. So that's all the updates there. Now I want to flip over, do some Galactic War for you guys at the end here. All right, so Let's go ahead. So this is obviously a hyperdrive bundle account based on just the level 80, 5 stars. One thing, so you saw Jedi Knight Anakin was in there. And I don't know what our final node will be, but I've been subbing in Jedi Knight Anakin whenever I need to get through other Phoenix teams, Kylo Ren Unmasked, and even Cal Kestis. A lot of those, like, Cal Ripken Jr. teams, because of his unique ability, it really causes a lot of problems for people. It causes a lot of problems for the Phoenix because they're constantly attacking out of turn, doing what we would consider to be, like, minimal damage. But, you know, so if you have a healing mechanic like he does, you heal for more than the Phoenix can deal damage right now. So you bring Jedi Knight Anakin, and what he's able to do is apply his healing immunity, buff immunity, all that stuff, and just kind of take care of business. So, now what we'll do is we're just going to put this on auto basic. So this is one of the tactics I use a lot, is by using auto basic at the end, you try to refresh your cooldowns, get everybody another turn or two. Hopefully Chopper reduces some as well. But yeah, you just want to try and reduce your cooldowns here. So now we're going to go into the final node here. I'm not sure where our cooldowns are lying at, but we should have enough abilities unlocked to at least get a turn meter train going. So there was node 11 and then node 12 here. All right, so there's Kylo Ren Unmasked. So what we're going to do is we're going to sub out Zeb, and we're going to put in Jedi Knight Anakin. And hopefully he's strong enough to survive. So we've got a target. Against this team, there's a couple of unique, you know, things going on. So they've got Visas Mar, we've got Darth Sidious. So we've got some AoEs here. So we're going to want to get ourselves going here as soon as possible. Mace Windu, a very annoying character early on in this game. Very, very annoying to deal with Mace Windu. We do like to call Chopper to assist, not because of his damage, but actually because, ooh, yikes. Jedi Knight Anakin not looking that, yeah, okay. Gotta back out. Gonna have to try that again. Yeah, Jedi Knight Anakin not looking good there. Maybe I try to call Captain Rex there instead. So I try to call Chopper to reduce our cooldowns, but that's not gonna work, if we can't kill Sidious here. So let's just try and get Captain Rex for the assist and see if we can get through. There we go. Okay, Sidious is down. That saves our AoE. Now I'm nervous that Visas is going to be able to revive. Okay, she can't revive yet. Good. All right. So our next person we want to be worried about here. Yeah, see how Kylo Ren Unmasked just keeps healing up there? So let's get that on Jedi Knight Anakin. And let's get rid of that. All right. So we can just ignore Kylo. We'll leave him for last. Like, we don't need to worry about Kylo right now because we'll just take him out at the end we'll just land our healing immunity with Anakin, and then we'll just nuke him. So now we got Mace Windu out. The reason you want to get Mace Windu out there is because Mace Windu, he can ignore taunt and kill Anakin, and we want to keep Anakin alive. Anakin's going to be our key to getting through Kylo Ren Unmasked here. And, yeah, so we'll just keep doing all these specials. There we go. So this node, honestly, for a tier 12, this one's not nearly as bad as some of the other ones I've had to face. But, you know, it is what it is. All right, so nothing on him. We've got to remove those buffs. So let's do this. Let's get Lumi out. All right, and now we do the dance. Okay. So we have tenacity down, which is good. All right, keep going here. I just need Anakin to apply. Ugh, gosh. Come on. We will get this. It'll happen. We just gotta bide our time here. Okay, let's call Anakin to assist. Okay, of course we didn't get it. All right, let's just keep working around. Nope. Okay, we need tenacity down before we can land this probably. There's tenacity down. Keep going. All right, keep going here. Okay, call Anakin to assist. We just need to land healing immunity. All right, there's our healing immunity. Doors open. Now we just gotta like rush him as much as we can. Okay, we got it again too. Buff immunity 2, nice. All right, let's remove all that stuff, and now we're good to go. Right, so that's kind of how I have to get through Kylo Ren on mass teams right now. It's just bringing Jedi Knight Anakin, and that's one of the most important things you're gonna learn from the early game is the importance of a character like Jedi Knight Anakin being able to get you through these nodes. And the reason why that's so important is you look at the rewards we just got here. 83,000 credits, 17k ship credits, 10 extra crystals, the currency plus these shards, like all of this stuff I'm getting every single day. So we've yet to fail a full day of Galactic War. Like I've never failed to get through every single node yet, which is awesome. That's why we've been able to get our 7 stars. And we'll definitely be farming some of these other characters. We're just not ready yet. I want to start trying to build up some ships here. So we're going to save our currency, try and get some Geonosian soldier ship, just work our way through those things. So that's the end of the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts. And of course, like, subscribe, comment. And if you're still watching right now, go ahead and just tell me what you think about how ridiculous this account here. I mean, if anybody knows who this is, I need to like reach out to them and be like, dude, you're a like national treasure. Like this is hilarious. Because this, I mean, that's just insane. So I love you all. May the force be with you, and we'll see you in the next video, guys. Cheers.